got this special rights for women thing, right? Like, yeah, but no. I believe that a woman in the United States should be allowed access to a lot of things that they're not, like birth control. I believe that if we can pay for a male whose penis doesn't work for him to get meds to make his penis work, we're placing too high of a value on sex. Way too high of a value. When it comes to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, there are people who try to assign sex to the bottom rung of the ladder. It's important, according to those psychologists, as food, water, and shelter. If you don't have food, water, and shelter, those are your base needs. That's what you're going to focus on. Even if there's other things that people have great ideas about that you should be doing, you still need to worry about food, water, and shelter first. Otherwise, you die. Now, we've made a whole bunch of special rights for women because no matter what we give the opposite gender, give them, I do mean give them, we give our entire lives for a whole bunch of women, a bunch of them. Our services go to women. That's where they go. Primarily women with children, farmers, and corporations. That's where the majority of American funding goes. There's also the idea that a male who is victimized can't be victimized because he's a male. We have more women educated in college than men. We also have career college. What's career college? Is this where you go to get an education, to get a career? No, that's where you're a mom with kids. You pretend like you're single and you get lots of benefits, including free college. There are some women that I have met who have spent 20 plus years in college. Over 20 years in college. But they never did anything with it. I mean, basically, with all of the benefits that a single mom is able to get, yeah, there are lots of options open for women just because they're women. Options that are not open for men. In addition, we've got all these services that are women only because we're expected to care more about women than ourselves. Our society shows it cares more about women than men. Men do not matter to American society. And as we've been coming to notice, well, that seems to be pretty universal. You either do what women say or they will gang up on you and make your life fucking suck. That is the fucking message that has been sent loud and clear. If I only want to talk to you and don't want to hear anything that you say and I want to call that help, that's not going to fly very well. If I misrepresent the situation and promise you that I'm going to help you, promise that I'm going to help you, how you need, how you asked, how would it feel to you if you and your kids were stuck there waiting all day? If you were stuck there waiting on me to show up, but not just for a day, not just for 2 days, not just for 3 days, not for 6 days, not for 6 months. No, you gotta drag that shit out for 6 years. In 6 years, you couldn't come forward and tell the truth. That's just insane. We hold double standards for men and women. That is very true, but the statistics show that men are falling far behind because we're not heard. There's no services for us. When we do go to services, they send us to other services who send us to other services. Those of you who want to say, well, they did that to me too and I'm a woman, I don't care. You're an exception rather than the rule. You're allowed to say men, 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 men. It's sexist and you need to stop. How do you like that? Oh, how dare you order me around? Why, how dare you order me around? How dare you try to pretend like I owe you for your decisions? How dare you treat me like I owe you for having unprotected sex? You say nobody owes you nothing. That's what you say to us men. But then we're constantly being told what we owe you because we exist. We owe it to you to take abuse from you. We owe it to you to take abuse from your friends. We owe it to you to take abuse from police. When you do something fucked up, your idea of helping a man is telling him what to do. That's your idea of help. That's pretty universal. That's not a women-only thing. Our whole society expects us to drop stuff, everything, at a moment's notice because a woman makes a claim. It doesn't matter if that claim is true or not. You will destroy an innocent man's life. My friends and family are worse than the gaslighters, worse than the people who assaulted me, worse than the police, worse than the Bollingers. And do you know why? Because it's not physical or sexual abuse that leads to suicide. It is neglect by our trusted friends and family, our trusted adults. It is neglect by law enforcement, neglect by our male friends, neglect by our female friends. And then you want to pretend I can't possibly understand. I can't possibly understand. You know what? Statistically, I am a lot more likely to be killed than a black person by a police officer, by a lot. Special rights for women got out of control well over 2 decades ago. Over 2 decades ago, it got out of control. If I want to get what I want, I just make false accusations. I don't have to prove it. I just run around to my friends, tell them that he's a horrible person, and they will help me gaslight him until he fucking blows up. Oh my God, you poke a man with a stick until he fucking screams and says, get the fuck away from me. And then, of course, what do? You get closer. You get your friends, and they fucking help you. You make our lives hell. We don't owe you shit. Then you want to force us into situations where we are likely to be harmed. And then after we are harmed, because you aren't going to fight your own battles, you are going to go talk shit to that guy, smack him in the face, and then expect somebody to come to your fucking rescue if he smacks you back. How about stop teaching girls to be violent? Sorry, stop teaching girls to be ultra violent. If you teach her that she can hit a man once for free, and she gets to reset that whenever she wants. No, it is not okay to assault people. Hitting someone back is not assault. Come on. There is no incentive now for men to go to work. There's no incentive. None. When it comes to dating, right, we get a lot of women who want to tell us who we can and cannot date and who we should and should not date. We got the LGBT community telling us that we're horrible people if we won't date them. No, I don't want to date anybody. That doesn't make me a horrible people. Matter of fact, it makes me a much better person. Because my brain isn't all gummed up with trying to get laid like Brandon Ratner or Pierre Byron. When it comes to men, you really get to realize who's sexist and who's superficial. Because if two events happen and they're exactly the same, one of them happens to a woman with male predators, one of them happens to a man with female predators, only one of those people is likely to get satisfaction, and that's the woman. Now let's take a look at the records. Women are 11 times more likely to be stalkers. But many of these women's groups, knowing that they have the bias of police on their side, that police are more likely to arrest the man regardless of situation, we have many women who will play on that. If you're a hobo, a person in a house can feel comfortable in calling the cops and the possibility that you might do something. As an officer, somebody on the streets does not have that assurance. The homeless are the most victimized people, bar none, in the country. We get all of the hatred from every group. There are more hate crimes against the homeless than all other hate crimes combined in the United States. However, the population size for a homeless person, we have a population size in the United States, 600,000, and then an additional 4 to 7 million incarcerated at any given point in time. So the homeless population is actually a lot larger than you might believe. But if they're in prison or jail, they're not homeless, are they? If they're in a halfway house, they're not homeless, are they? No, they were homeless when they were arrested. Police officers will write down whatever they want, and that's why you need somebody there with you. If a police officer doesn't want to do his job, then you have to record the fact that he did not do his job. The fact that I'm being forced to do these officers' jobs for them because they don't want to work, well, it doesn't matter if the officer is a male or female. Officer Vanderleest is a female, and she took part in it. She thought it was fucking hilarious. When you're homeless people don't want you there. They don't want you there. They could care less where you go. They don't want their resources to be utilized for you to have a place. That's because of their bias. They don't want you getting free stuff. It's not free. We got single mothers on welfare trying to get free stuff, complaining about how men have it easy, and trying to use that to get free stuff, free housing. And then these women in housing, many of them treat any man who is in housing like he is a freeloader, like this is supposed to just be for single women. Then there's the number of people that tell me how responsible they are as parents. No, you're not. If you were responsible, you wouldn't have become parents. How many of the people that I know that have kids wanted to have kids? Not very many. How many of them planned on having kids? Even less. You go to the party out at Straska's, get all drunk out there underage, or out at Morgan's. That was a good place in Chapel, Nebraska to go get drunk underage. That's Nebraska for you, isn't it? No, that's the whole country. You're always going to be able to find somebody somewhere who will buy minors alcohol. You got a guy who is a hardcore alcoholic, and he's got the shakes, and you go have him buy you some liquor. You already know that you're the one taking advantage of an at-risk adult. You already know that his desperation will get him to do things. Kind of like when you got somebody who's family-oriented, cares about their friends and family. When you know they care about their friends and family, it's easy for you to take advantage of them that way, ain't it? But then again, a lot of people wanted to use their friends and family's excuses not to tell the truth. Oh, well, Sean, I'm not getting in the middle of it after you've already been in the middle of it. A lot of folks were very, very heavily encrusted in this situation before Natalie died, and a lot of them even afterwards. It was when they realized that their friends, or more importantly, their drug connections, were some of my predators, that it really became an issue. Not that it mattered. They gave me the standard, you're a male treatment, you need to man up. Oh, I'll help you, I'll help you, I'll help you eventually. No, you won't. If I was a woman, you would have helped immediately. There would have been immediate consequences. Now, with the Scudders not coming forward and people choosing to go based on bias, like Rob and like the police don't want to listen to a dude who's homeless, especially. We're treated like, how dare you? How dare you expect your tax dollars to go to actually catching criminals? How dare you expect this? Well, hold on a second. And that's supposed to be the reason that I bought and paid for my taxes? How do you like that? Bought and paid for my taxes. I paid my taxes. Now then there's the, because I'm not able to work anymore, then all of a sudden I'm lazy, I'm a piece of shit. You don't see how much I have to run myself ragged just for food, water, and shelter. And when it comes to my safety, it doesn't exist. Nobody cares if someone hurts me. The cops don't give two shits if somebody hurts me. The people at Starbucks and Fred Meyer's, they don't care who hurts me. At the end of the day, they just want to get off of work, go home, and, well, they certainly don't want to help people. There's a lot of folks that, in concept, they wanted to offer to help. But really, a lot of these folks just ended up being tantrum-throwing 5-year-olds. I'm expected to do what you want because I don't have the right gender. We have special rights that make it so that you, as a woman, have a lot of opportunities, even if you're not pregnant, because of special measures and special initiatives so that women can have the same rights as men. We're not having the same rights, are we? A man doesn't have the right to make a police report, especially if he's broke, and you don't want to pay attention to that poverty. We're ignoring the main issue here. Those who are nice and cozy in their situations. They're not going to fight for us. They're already cozy. They don't care about you. And those of you out on the streets are so busy ripping each other off, you never get anywhere. There are a lot of people that I am completely fucking disgusted by. Like, well, all humans. All humans are disgusting to me. All humans are disgusting. This sexism versus perceived sexism, you want to change words to try to make it sound more like you're a victim. Well, let me tell you something. I can support the LGBT community and their rights better by fighting for homeless rights. Because that's equality. Equality for the poor. Someone's calling themselves Doozy Capone typed, "Hey brother, how are you?" My name's Sean. I'm still breathing. The big thing here is that men are just bullied. That's it. That is what being a man is. It's being bullied. Especially if you're homeless. You're told to move on, move on, move on. When you're victimized, the cops will look away from people victimizing you because they want you to move on too. The general public, there might be nice people in the area. There's lots of nice people here, but nice doesn't mean good. Doozy Capone typed, "Hope you're doing well, brother." Well, I'm not doing well. Oh, another one of those Discord things. The last time I ended up with people wanting me to hang out on Discord, it turned out that it was a bunch of trolls. A bunch of internet trolls. I've got Discord on my computer. I don't have it on my phone. I don't use it on my computer because I got nobody to talk to on it. But this ain't about Discord, is it? No, this is about men's rights. We don't have any. Amaterasu typed, "No, never that." And Doozy Capone typed, "I'm the same person." Well, that just means you made another account. You say I can talk to you and join. No, I don't have it. I don't fucking have it. I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't have fucking Discord. I don't have it. I don't have Discord. I've got no place to go with my fucking computer and plug in. So stop. 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 This is fucking important. It's not about you. It's not about your fucking attention. So fucking stop. Thank you. The hell that I've gone through for the last 6 years, I need help stopping it. That means I need someone who actually cares that I am a human being, instead of people who treat me like I'm not. Saying pretty things is not the same thing. All right, dude. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to block this guy again. Alright, now we're also gonna do this to the other asshole. Why? I'd use her on this channel. Because they did this shit yesterday too. hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fake accounts, but you guys don't give a shit. We're just supposed to let it slide off of our back. No. My life is fucking hell. And I'm told that I owe you because I have a penis. You know what? I've been treated like that my whole life. When I'm abused, it's not okay for me to go to the police because I have a penis. The police treat me like that, and you treat me like that. When a male victim is afraid because police harm us, yes, we need someone to go in with us for our safety. If you care about somebody, you show how much you care. If it's a friend or family member that you actually care about, you will help them immediately, and you fucking know it. There's nowhere for me to fucking go. That's what happens when you force a man into homelessness. When you force him to go to fucking junkies and goddamn drug dealers for help. Because you know what? The rest of y'all don't see us as people. A man is not allowed to be disabled. Not unless he's got friends and family who actually give a shit. There are a lot of us who, yes, we are owed what is promised to us by law. All right, so we got one more of these dipshits. Hide user on this channel. So you don't try to find out what's going on, but these trolls get on here and harass me fucking incessantly. You want to do evil shit to me? I'll expose you. No problem. You want to talk about how you would kill all child molesters? Well, you're not killing them, are you? No, you're fucking running your lips. You have resources that I don't have access to. That's the problem with being a homeless and disabled male, especially with the term mentally ill held over your fucking head. People treat you like you're fucking retarded with complete and total disrespect. And then you're told that you wanted it, needed it, chose it, or fucking deserved it. I don't have enough money to live on for a month anywhere. You want to tell me to get into housing? You know what? Telling somebody to get into housing doesn't get them into housing. Especially if they are a male, they need you to go in with them. Then again, how many of you accept people who are weird or different, who aren't on drugs or fucking alcohol? Do you really accept them? Do you treat them as an equal? Or when they are harmed, do you do the whole, oh, I'm sorry that happened thing? That I'm sorry thing, that right there is the problem. You're fucking sorry. You're sorry, you're sorry, you're sorry. No, you're not. It's a lot easier to believe a sorry when you change your behaviors. Not sure if you noticed, but I went from being good and nice to pretty much everybody to, yeah, I'm done being nice. Being nice didn't get me heard, it got me talked over. Being nice didn't get me heard, it got me abused more. People are dumb. Anyway, it's early enough now. I can go and get myself some biscuits and gravy. They ain't the best biscuits and gravy, but at least it's biscuits and gravy, right? You want to say I'm not taking care of myself. I do my best to take care of food, water, and shelter, but I cannot financially do so. I did have low income housing, but you know what? It didn't matter because nobody was going to do anything when people committed crimes against me. They were going to blow me off. Wendell McPhee showed he's a piece of shit by blowing it off. Oh, he takes threats very seriously, but he didn't take them seriously when I was being threatened. He wanted to tell me about it, but he didn't want to come forward to the cops. So you're, thank you, sir.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're impatient.
He was complaining. St. John, the Bush couldn't see the sign. And no, the lady that was at St. John's in charge of that, he was complaining she couldn't see the.
Takes me a while. I foo-foo it up with sugar and creamer, so.
That's just the black.
That was a few years. They were all where that thing city didn't let them go. From now on, I heard they go, I mean, can't go with the private road, my driveway is private road, and go trip all free. They don't have any. Yeah, no parking. I like to see it.
Good morning.
Yeah, too low after 20 years. Live here. Actually, I'm not gonna pay for it. I didn't like it. I like pull one up there, I was there and trucks under there.
Good morning. I would like one of those and a biscuits and gravy. All right, I got a joke for you. How many cops does it take to screw in a light bulb? Yeah. None. They arrest the bulb for being broke, then beat the room for being black. Yep. Same thing. Absolutely. I don't know what I did so great. You're the one that fed me. Weaponizing bias. That's the next video. Whoa. Oh. If there was one thing I would wish for women, as far as equality goes, I wish that they could grow a beard. I think one of the best feelings in the world is being able to scratch my beard. Feels better than just scratching my face. Also, I can tickle my beard. I can make myself at least slightly feely good by tickling my beard, which is nice. However, that's not actual happiness. That's just a couple of moments of not complete life sucking. Now what we need to do here is start up a video and talk about the weaponization of accusations and bias. We'll get into why it is so common for people to accuse someone that they don't like or who has done something that is against what you wanted. There's accusations like, oh, he must be a pedophile. And that's a very much a male-only excuse. That's not that males are the only ones who make that excuse. It means that statistically, you're more likely as a male to have to deal with false reporting or false accusations. Many people will not take it to court. They just want to run around to all your friends and family because they're angry and they think it's okay. Like what Rayanne Ingersoll did. When you weaponize your children by hiding behind them, you are using your children as a shield to protect you from your own wrongdoing. You do something fucked up and then you go, oh, I'm afraid for my kids from what? Most of my predators have histories of child abuse. Most of those who claim that they would help me have histories of child abuse. How many of you can honestly say that you've never been charged with any form of child abuse? I can raise my hand. I have never been charged with any form of child abuse because I don't fucking abuse children. I've never been charged for beating on children because I don't beat on children. I don't get charged with neglecting children in my care because, first of all, I don't want children in my care. We're going to end this video here. I want all of you in the woke society to realize how horrible you've made things by demanding special rights. You've already got special rights. We give you the same special rights every 10 years. By we, I mean the American people. It is taken from us and given it to you every 10 years. But like I keep saying, without civilian oversight, these people get to do whatever they want. I know how to be a bigot. I know how to be a racist. I know how to be a sexist. I show this every day. I'm capable. I'm entirely capable of doing what's called chameleon. What's chameleon? That's for people who have grown up in adverse conditions, whether they be autistic or having to move around frequently, or in severely abusive situations. We're less likely to trust because we haven't had trusted people in our lives. Many of you don't understand the difference between your families and ours. Many of you come from good families. Yes, Rick Martindale is a pothead. But him and his wife, they love their kids and they love their grandkids. And they do what they can to keep their family safe. Well, they're not that bright about it.